Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Sports News. I'm Hindol Basu. First and foremost, a quick look through the headlines. A clash between Bangalore's batting lineup and New South Wales' bowling on the cards. Royal challenges Bangalore to take on New South Wales Blues in the first semi-final of the Champions League T20 later tonight. Indian boxer Vikas Krishnan to take the ring in his semi-final match at the World Boxing Championships later today. Krishnan will face bronze medalist of the European Championships Taras Sashetluk of Ukraine. Leshon Merritt wins an appeal against the International Olympic Committee with regards to the doping suspension. Will defend his Olympic 400-meter title at London 2012. And Blackburn Rovers, set to enthrall the Indian audience later tonight, will go against Pune FC in a match which sees an English club play for the first time in India. Well, we'll start with Champions League 2020 action. A charged-up Royal Challengers Bangalore will take on New South Wales Blues in the first semi-final of the Champions League 2020 at the Chinnaswamy Stadium later tonight. Royal Challengers Bangalore are on a high after sensational back-to-back victories, having languished at the bottom of the table till the fag end of the league. Daniel Vittori's men transformed themselves from a beleaguered outfit to fierce fighters, posting tournament high totals in successive matches. Meanwhile, NSW, who won the inaugural edition of the tournament in South Africa, will be determined to regain the title. Simon Catchett's men have put on good performances and have worked as a team, recovering splendidly after losing to Cobras in the opening game. They have won 3 games on the trot, and they have also shown that they have the capability to recover from any situation. Champions League T20 road ended for Chennai Super Kings, but it's brought good news for skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Dhoni can now get some rest and gear up for the upcoming India versus England series. Chennai lost to New South Wales by 46 runs and the team crashed out of the competition. India will be playing 5 ODIs and a 2020 international against the English side. Dhoni also said that the loss to Wales can be a blessing in disguise ahead of the much important India-England series.
Defending Indian Premier League champions Chennai Super Kings might have bowed out of the Champions League T20. But skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni still feels that it will be a blessing in disguise ahead of the team's important ODI series against England, which starts from October 14. Chennai lost to New South Wales by 46 runs and the team crashed out of the competition. But Dhoni was apparently seemed relaxed as he got some time off and then can concentrate on India's big series against England. Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been playing near non-stop cricket for a long, but now has couple of days to rest. His only break came during the 5 ODI series against West Indies in June. After getting over the Champions League business, Dhoni now needs to focus on his more important job, and that is leading the Indian cricket team for the upcoming series. India play 5 ODIs and a 2020 international against the English side. Apart from Dhoni, Suresh Raina and R. Ashwin are the 2 other Indian ODI players in the CSK squad. Dhoni had earlier written a letter to the officials requesting him to give him a break for the first 2 matches against England. But the selectors had rejected his plea and retained him as the Indian skipper. The too much cricket actually took a toll on him, as very evidently his wicket-keeping and captain skills came under severe scrutiny in the recently concluded England tour. India lost miserably both the Test and ODI series against the English side. Now with the Champions League journey coming to an end, one can be hopeful that fans will be able to see once again the same Ratri Dasher who was instrumental in getting India the World Cup for the second time. Sports Desk, DD News.
On to boxing, Vikas Krishnan will take today on Ukraine's Taras Sashetluk in the 69 kg category in the semi-finals of the World Boxing Championship being held in Baku, Azerbaijan. Earlier, Krishnan advanced to semi-finals of the tournament by registering a thrilling win over Moldova's Vasily Belos in the quarterfinals. However, other boxers Jai Bhagwan, L. Devendra Singh and Manoj Kumar lost their respective bouts yesterday and bowed out of the competition. All these 4 Indian boxers have, however, qualified for next year's London Olympics by virtue of reaching the quarterfinals at Baku. Well, let's talk to Indian coach Gurbaz Singh Sandhu, who is on the phone line. Very welcome to TD News, sir. If we just pose that question that Vikas Krishnan will be the lone representative as far as India is concerned, how do you see his chances?
Yeah, thank you very much for your comment. And Vikas is high in confidence.
Right.
It's the stage where, every boxer is very strong and everyone hopes to be in the finals. This Ukraine boxer yesterday beat world number 3 from Russia, and even Vikas had a tough fight with Moldova, and it was a close win for Vikas. Vikas is in very positive mood, and I'm sure he will give good performance today. And he's very high in confidence. He's just relaxing now. His bout will be around 8:15 today, and I am hopeful that he will give his best and change the color of the medal.
Well, sir, if we ask this question, he moved from the 60 kilogram category to the 69 kilogram category. How difficult it was for Vikas to move as far as the weight is concerned, because he might have to increase his weight.
It is really very difficult, and I think it's a rare case. But when this case was discussed between Vikas, he and Federation, Vikas was finding it very difficult to maintain his weight, and he had to go up. And with this discussion, ultimately we allowed him to box in this weight. And I think he proved that he was right, and the decision that was taken by Federation and the coaches was also correct, because today he is in the semis and has qualified for Olympics. I think it in itself speaks for this decision, but it is a rare example that a boy comes to weight and then he still maintains his performance.
Well, as far as the performance of the team is concerned, the boxing team, because Vijender Singh, the star boxers, Vijender Singh and Suranjay Singh, they lost out in the earlier rounds. How do you actually see the performance of the Indian boxers? Are you satisfied with it?
I think I am more than satisfied. It's an excellent performance given by Indian boxers, and we are proud of Indian boxers that everybody has boxed very well. It's first time, the first Olympic qualifying World Championship was held in Chicago in 2007 for Beijing Olympics.
Right.
Where, we could qualify only one boxer, that was Lakra, and we couldn't win a medal. And today, in this Olympic qualifying World Championship, we have qualified four boxers, and one is already in medal round. Yeah, we do feel that these boxers should have been with us, the top notches. But it is, in boxing is a very difficult game. It's a subjective sports performance. It's very difficult to predict what happens. And on a given day, if a boxer is in form and he moves perfect with his strategy, he wins a bout. And I feel these boys had this were not able to perfectly execute their strategy plan.
Right.
But I'm very positive that as we have one more qualifying round, these boys will definitely qualify for Olympics.
Well, sir, as you mentioned that four boxers have already qualified for the Olympics, the London 2012 Olympics. That includes Devendra Singh, Manoj Kumar, and obviously Vikas Krishnan. But now what is the road ahead for the players who haven't made it to the Olympics? What is the road ahead for them? Can they still qualify?
Now we have an Olympic qualifying tournament for Asian continent separately, which is in the end of March.
Right.
And right now we are going back, and we'll have a national boxing championships in first or second week of November. And immediately we'll start off with the training for these boxers with a target to qualify in March. And for these boxers, we'll have a separate program who are qualified, and they'll be peaking in July, August 2012. And I think if these boys concentrate and the training goes on well and the luck favors them, there shouldn't be any problem in qualifying for Olympics.
Well, Mr. Sandhu, many thanks for joining us, and we'll wish best of luck to Vikas Krishnan. We just hope that he...
Thank you very much, and thank you to media for supporting us so much. I think you also have a role in the performance of Indian boxing, and the media have been very positive. We are really thankful, and boxers are also happy that you have given them a slot as and when required.
Thanks, many thanks. Many thanks, Mr. Strandu, and we just wish Vikas best of luck and hope that he not only manages to enter the finals but also gets that gold medal for India. Meanwhile, world champion Vishwanathan Anand played out a draw against his opponent and world number 1 Magnus Carlsen in the 6th round of the 4th Bilbao Masters. Anand is now joined second in the points table along with Levon Aronian of Armenia and Norwegian Magnus Carlsen in the 6-player double round robin tournament. With 4 rounds to be played at Bilbao in the category 22 super tournament, Ukrainian Vasily Ivanchuk leads the pack on 10 points. Francesco Vallejo Pons of Spain has 3 points in his bag and stands at the lowest spot as far as the rankings are concerned. Given the tournament situation, Anand has a lot to catch up if he wants to win the event. On to tennis now. Ace Indian tennis duo of Leander Paes and Mahesh Bhupathi stormed into the quarterfinals of the doubles event of Beijing Open after a tough fight against Mao Gong and Zi Li of China. Paes and Bhupathi prevailed over the Chinese duo 6-2, 3-6, 10-3 in a 1-hour, 9-minute first-round contest. The 4th-seeded Indian duo will next take on Croatian pair of Marin Cilic and Ivan Ljubicic, who beat Mark Knowles of Bahamas and Jürgen Melzer of Austria 6-3, 6-4 in another first-round match. An urgent meeting of the office bearers of all the sports federations located in the national capital was held today under the chairmanship of the acting president of Indian Olympic Association, Vijay Kumar Malhotra. Many important issues were discussed, which included talks on the next edition of the SAF Games, which is going to be held in Delhi next year. A plan was also chalked out to help Indian athletes perform better in the London Olympics so that India can maximize its medal tally.
फॉर्मल मीटिंग थी दिल्ली में जो ऑफिस बेयरर्स हैं उन सबको बुलाया था ताकि उनको बताएं कि हमारी क्या बातचीत हुई, गवर्नमेंट से कितनी बातचीत हुई है। ये भी उनको इन्फॉर्म किया कि सैफ गेम्स के लिए हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि सैफ गेम्स दिल्ली में हों। सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट दोनों ने उसको एग्री किया है। आईओए और फेडरेशंस मिल कर के किस तरीके से खेलों को और जो ओलंपिक गेम्स होने जा रही हैं उसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्लेयर चुने जाएँ, उसके लिए फैसले किए।
LeSean Merritt can defend his Olympic 400-meter title at London 2012 after winning an appeal against an International Olympic Committee doping law. The IOC's rule had barred any athlete who has received a doping suspension of more than 6 months from competing in the next games. The American argued it went beyond World Anti-Doping Agency WADA sanctions of a maximum 2-year ban. The outcome may lead to a change of British Olympic regulations.
My family, my friends, and just my hometown. They've been behind me through this whole thing. I just stayed in it. You know, it's something I love to do. I know I would be able to compete eventually one day. I didn't know where, I knew when, but my thing is I just had to be ready. You know, it was hard, but I got through it.
Well, time for a short breather on sports news. Stay tuned to DD News.
बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के
पानी की इतनी किल्लत, कहीं ये आपका भविष्य तो नहीं? ऐसे भविष्य से बचने के लिए बारिश के पानी का संरक्षण कीजिए और पानी रखिए
बचा बचा के।
महात्मा गांधी नरेगा यानी मांगने पर 15 दिन में रोजगार, मेरा हक।
मास्टर रोल पे नजर, अपने नाम, काम और दाम की पूरी खबर।
काम के बाद 15 दिन में पूरी मजदूरी, सीधा पोस्ट ऑफिस में या बैंक के खाते में।
रोजगार गारंटी, जोरदार गारंटी।
Welcome back to Sports News. In the Japan Open tennis tournament, Britain's Andy Murray defeated American Alex Bogomolov in a one-sided affair and won the match in straight sets 6-1, 6-2 to book his place in the quarterfinals of the tournament. Bogomolov did not stand a chance in front of Murray as the Brit broke his opponent's serve not once but thrice to win the tie. After the win, Murray spoke to the media and expressed his desire to be in top 3 at the end of this year as far as the ATP rankings are concerned.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to try and finish number 3. That's really my goal between now and the end of the year. Obviously, the O2 finals is a big, huge tournament that I'd like to try and win. So they're really my 2 goals for the end of the year. And by winning in Bangkok, that gave me a good start, and just try and keep building on that and hopefully get there.
Former world number 1 Juan Carlos Ferrero reached the quarterfinals of the China Open in Beijing yesterday. Ferrero defeated fellow Spaniard Marcel Granollers in the second round in straight sets 6-4, 6-4. The Spaniard showed glimpses of his old form as he broke Granollers in the 9th game of the first set to break his serve. After that, he went on to win the set 6-4. The second set also saw Ferrero put in a consistent display as he broke Granollers' serve twice to win the set 6-4 by an identical margin and book his place in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, top seed Cho Wilfried Tsonga ended local hopes at the China Open with a 6-3, 6-4 defeat of wildcard Zhang Jie to reach the quarterfinals. The 389th ranked Zhang offered some resistance to Frenchman Tsonga and gave a good account of himself in front of Chinese basketball hero Yao Ming, who was watching from a VIP box. However, despite making the world number 7 sweat, an upset never really looked likely as Tsonga went through to the last 8, where he will play world number 1, in fact the former world number 1 Juan Carlos Ferrero. Meanwhile, Croatia's Marin Cilic also reached the quarterfinals after a 3-set win against Italian Fabio Fognini. English Premier League side Blackburn Rovers are all set to enthrall Indian football fans in Pune, where they are going to take I-League club Pune FC tonight. But even before that, the Lancashire club has been showcasing its finesse and on Thursday engaged in a fun match with club's under-16 talent. The young kids were described by the club stars as good enough to be in England.
The arrival had been anticipated for a while. And finally, when Blackburn Rovers covered the distance between Manchester and Pune, it was actually a leap forward for football in India. The Ewood Park side becomes the first English Premier League club to arrive for a stint in India. The club is owned by Indian poultry giant Venky's, which is based in Pune. The players were given a warm welcome at the Pune airport and later, speaking to the media, expressed happiness at being in India.
Oh, it's really lovely to be here, you know, and to share some good moments with these guys, with these kids. They have the chance, you know, to go to England and play for Blackburn Rovers, go to the academy. I think it's a dream come true for them. And to be honest, you know, as player and as a team, we are having some fun with these kids, and in India, I think it's a great moment for us.
The Lancashire-based club is the first to be owned by an Indian company, and therefore the India connect is obvious. Team manager Steve Keane stated that they were committed to assist in the development of football in India.
See, I'm not going to compare with everybody has got his own spots, and we being from India and we being opening this academy, I'm sure there will be a positive light across. I don't want to compare with him, I don't want to compare with him, but I'm sure there will be a place for Blackburn also.
The Rovers are at the 19th spot in the EPL standings in the current season, but that notwithstanding, the club famously won the championship in 1995. Therefore, when they take on Pune FC on Friday in a friendly game, it will be a big moment for Indian football fans. Sports Desk, DD News.
Well, it's time for another short break on Sports News. Stay tuned to DD News.
बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के
पानी की इतनी किल्लत, कहीं ये आपका भविष्य तो नहीं? ऐसे भविष्य से बचने के लिए बारिश के पानी का संरक्षण कीजिए और पानी रखिए
बचा बचा के।
कल हमारा है। जल का संरक्षण कर हमने अपने गांव की सूखी भूमि को संवारा है। कल हमारा है। अब होगी उन्नत खेती, पशुओं को मिलेगा चारा, रोजगार के मिलेंगे अवसर सभी को, घर घर लौटेंगी खुशियां। ये प्रण हमारा है, क्योंकि कल हमारा है।
Welcome back to Sports News. European soccer giants Germany have been in rampaging form this season, winning 8 out of 8 Euro 2012 qualification games thus far. The three-time champions will look to make this 9 out of 9 when they take on Turkey in Istanbul on Friday. The side have already qualified for next year's tournament as Group A winners, but evidently coach Joachim Low is not willing to ease it up.
Goose Hiddings Turkey hosts seasoned campaigners Germany in what would be a crucial Euro 2012 qualifier for them on Friday. The game in Istanbul would be only academic for Germany as far as points are concerned. For Joachim Low's boys are already sitting pretty atop Group G with 24 points in 8 games. They have therefore already qualified for next year's championship. But Low is not ready to step off the gas in Germany's remaining 2 fixtures against Turkey and then Belgium next week. The three-time champions have won all their 8 Group A games so far and are now aiming to become the first German side to go through a qualifying campaign without dropping a single point. Naturally then, Low would not experiment much with his lineup and the side would be largely unchanged from the previous games. With most of his first-choice players fit and available, the only question the German manager faces is the attacking lineup at start. Mario Gomez, in terrific form, seems to have gained a slight edge over experienced Miroslav Klose. However, the veteran of 112 international appearances, Klose has battled back recently with good showing for new club Lazio, and he is now looking good to overtake Gerd Müller as the all-time highest goal scorer for Germany. With 62 goals in his kitty, Klose is now just 8 behind the legendary Müller. Host Turkey, on the other hand, have a clear task in the game: upset the apple cart of the Germans and seal their spot in the championship. Hiddink has been categorical in saying that the team's fate rests with them. As of now, Turkey are second place in Group A with 14 points, 2 ahead of Belgium, who play Kazakhstan at home. Therefore, a poor showing against Germany could come to roost. The best second-place teams of all groups qualify directly, while remaining runners-up have to contest two-legged playoffs. Hiddink certainly wants his side to avoid that playoff. Sports Desk, DD News.
Despite the high drama surrounding the arrest and subsequent release on bail of his father, England striker Wayne Rooney is focused and ready for the side's vital Euro 2012 qualification games against Montenegro today. Team manager Fabio Capello yesterday expressed full confidence in Rooney and his side while stating that they are not taking host Montenegro lightly at all in this Group G clash.
England take on host Montenegro in a crucial Group G qualifying match of the Euro 2012 on Friday. But ahead of the match in Podgorica, the focus shifted from England's training to the arrest of striker Wayne Rooney's father and uncle in England. The Manchester United forward's father and uncle were among the 9 men released on bail on Thursday after being arrested as part of an inquiry into an alleged betting scam. England manager Fabio Capello clarified, however, that his star striker was calm and focused on the game at hand.
I spoke with him just 5 minutes ago, and I found the team relaxed and calm. No problem for the game that we'll play tomorrow against Montenegro.
England have included a number of young players in the team for the qualifiers, and the move is being viewed as part of the process of revamping the team. Team captain John Terry said that the young guns have rejuvenated the whole side.
I think they come into the squad anyway with no fear, and I think that's what the younger players have got nowadays, you know, full of confidence and very assured of themselves. So, you know, that's brought a real freshness within the squad, and mixed with the experienced players that we have anyway. You know, he's working really well at the moment, and long may that continue.
England has been working hard, and manager Capello has admitted that the match is an important one for them.
That the game that we play tomorrow will be really good for us for the results to qualify like a first in the first position. That will be really important for us.
England need at least a point from the game to ensure that they finish atop Group G and qualify automatically for the finals next year, scheduled in Poland and Ukraine. Sports Desk, DD News.
Argentina will be up against Chile in the first elimination round of 2014 World Cup qualifier at Buenos Aires today. The Latin American giants will be looking to get off on the right foot under new coach Alejandro Sabella, who took over the reins from Sergio Batista recently.
South American soccer powerhouse Argentina will take on Chile in the 2014 World Cup qualifier to be played at Buenos Aires on Friday. Argentina's new coach Alejandro Sabella said that he will try to start the first round elimination on a winning note but won't take Chile lightly.
I am thinking about the match with Chile, of trying to start the elimination games well, which is important, and of all the responsibility that we have on our shoulders, because we know the place we are in. We know what football means to Argentines, and that we hold the desire and the illusion of many people, and we want to fulfill their desires and ours and those of everyone who loves the team. Chile is a team that has been growing for the past couple of years, and I think that it has turned into a world power.
The pressure will be on a talent-laden Argentine squad that suffered a quick exit as hosts and favourites of Copa America. However, Sabella said he is very well aware of that thing.
The Venezuelan team has grown much, a Chilean team that at its best time historically, an Uruguayan team that has been champion of the Copa America and is fourth in the world. In other words, that is again a world and South American power as it was a long time ago.
Argentine playmaker Lionel Messi has a dubious distinction of not playing up to the billing for the national side as compared to his performance with Barcelona. But Sabella expressed his confidence in Messi.
Messi never plays poorly. He plays at a level 7 out of 10 or higher. What happens sometimes when he plays at a level 7 is that it looks like he played poorly. Since we are used to him playing at a level 10, when he plays at a level 7, we think he did badly, but that is not it at all. The thing is that sometimes he is brilliant.
Argentina have some injury concerns and will be without former captain Javier Mascherano and Sergio Aguero due to suspension and injury. Argentina's last encounter against Chile was in the 2010 World Cup qualifier in Santiago, where they lost by a solitary goal. Sports Desk, DD News.
Well, on that note, it's time to call it a wrap, but before that, a quick look through the headlines. A clash between Bangalore's batting lineup and New South Wales' bowling on the cards. Royal challenges Bangalore to take on New South Wales Blues in the first semi-final of the Champions League 2020 tournament. Indian boxer Vikas Krishnan to take the ring in his semi-final match at the World Boxing Championships later today. Krishnan will face bronze medalist of the European Championships, Taras Shelaluk of Ukraine. Leshon Merritt wins an appeal against the International Olympic Committee with regards to the doping suspension. Will defend his Olympic 400-meter title at London 2012. And Blackburn Rovers, set to enthrall the Indian audience later tonight, will go against Pune FC in a match which sees an English club play for the first time in India. Well, it's time to call it a wrap. So that's it in this edition of Sports News. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.